Good afternoon and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys on the 2017 Dodge Charger in the Go Mango Orange. We are going to be doing some Lux product on it. I'm going to show you basically how to install, and one of these products is brand new that they have just released, and I think it's really cool. If you have been following the channel for a while, you know that the tail light is tinted, and it has the original Lux tint on it. If you have not been following the channel, we have tinted the tail light, and I will show you. And I'll also take the camera around and explain to you what we're going to do, and then I'll show you the films, and we'll walk you through on how to do what we're going to be doing, and I think it's going to look really good. So the taillight tints that are on the car is what Lux considers a Type 1. The Type 2 is their new product. I'll show you where that goes on here. We're going to be doing that. And the Type 3 will wrap the whole taillight. So we're actually going to be removing the Type 1. We're going to be installing the Type 3 and the Type 2. We're going to go for a two-tone look on this, and I think it's going to look absolutely killer. So let me show you the taillight and explain it to you a little bit more of that, and I'll show you the products. So here is the back of the car. We just shaved off the Dodge that was right in here. There's tons of videos how to shave it off. I didn't really feel the need to make a video on it. It's super easy. You just need to get some fishing line, get in behind the lettering, and basically work it up and down, and it'll cut those letters off. The leftover double-sided tape you can roll off with your thumb. So this is the Type 1 that I was telling you guys about. So this tint is right here on both sides, on the fender and on the trunk lid. So that's what it had on it. We removed it off of this side. So this is how your taillight looks if your Charger is stock. And this is what the Type 1 will do. So if we get back, you can see a before and after. The Type 3, like I said, is going to cover the whole taillight. It's going to cover from top to bottom, side to side, so the whole thing. This racetrack lamp, it will be tinted. Everything's going to be tinted. So we're going to be doing that in what they call a dark stealth smoke. So the dark stealth smoke is going to match this spoiler. It's kind of like a matte black, so it's going to match that. We also have the Charger badge, and it is in a satin color as well, so it's going to tie in really nice, and that's going to cover up this racetrack lamp. So then the Type 2 that we're going to be putting on, this black section inside the racetrack lamp is where the Type 2 goes. And we're going to be doing that in a light smoke brush metal. So we'll have a base of dark smoke, and then the top one will be in the light smoke. Light output will still be really good, but I will definitely show the light put out on it. That way you guys know. So another thing I was wanting to show you guys, we've had these tints on for about a year. To get them off, basically you just need to get an edge peeled up. Once you get that peeled up, this tint will just peel right off. So there is the tint. It's peeled off. You just need some rubbing alcohol and a shop towel or a microfiber towel, and the rubbing alcohol will take off the remaining sticky part that this film has left behind. Cleans up very easily. We have already done that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this removed. I'm going to get the products out to show you guys, and then we will get started on the install. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up and check out the product. Like I've mentioned before in my other videos, any Lux product that you are wanting to do, any of your tints or tint kits, feel free to use code MEANB392, my YouTube channel name. That's going to save you guys 15% off of your order. And who doesn't like saving money, saving a little bit of money, and being able to do some different kind of mods to your car to make it look different. And like I've said before, Lux, their products they make are absolutely awesome. That's why I approve of them on this channel. They're just really great products, really great customer service, really great group of people. I can't say enough good about them. I've talked about them before on the channel. They're just awesome. So you will not be disappointed with any of your Lux purchases. That's why we had to get this one, because I think it's going to look really cool. So that is everything inside the box. It's wrapped up in this nice little roll. We will see what's in the roll. There's the invoice for it. They always will put your invoice in with your roll. A nice little knife, to trim. So the Type 3 that covers the whole tail light, you're gonna get this knife because you are gonna have to do some trimming. It's not super hard. I'll show you guys how to do that. We'll get to that point. And then also in here, just kind of shake it down. Always included in your Lux purchase is a microfiber towel, a Lux sticker. Behind that is a green squeegee back in there, and a bottle of prep spray. The prep spray is alcohol and distilled water, so that is going to clean your surface, giving your material a good clean surface with no waxes, no residue to bond and stick to. So then in here we got another piece right here. So we'll check this piece out first. This is the Type 2 that I was telling you guys about. So it is going to look a little bit different. It'll be darker than this because the dark smoke, or the dark stealth smoke, will be behind it. But this is in the brushed metal. And look at that brushed metal. That is really, really cool looking. So let me unroll this for you guys. I'll have to step back a little bit. Once I unroll it, you can see this is the center piece. So this will be going on the trunk lid. It is all pre-cut. And that's all that brushed metal. So that is the one piece there. And then we also have a couple other pieces. Let me set this to the side. So then your other pieces here, get these unrolled. We have got, and it's best to get these unrolled when you're doing this. Let them sit out so they're not trying to roll back up on you. And then these pieces is for, it's a tail light overlay driver fender. They do an awesome job in labeling what it is. Still the brushed metal. And the really awesome thing about Lux, if you notice, there's 3 pieces. You do not need 3 because there's only 2 that you're going to be doing. They always give you 2 of one side depending. Let me look here. So there we go. We've got, let me show you guys this here. Those 2 are both passenger fenders. So they give you an extra piece in every kit to practice with first. Try that piece out first to get the feel for the material. And that is really cool personally because you're not paying for that extra product. The next piece in the package is, you're gonna have a Lux little flyer in there, is this piece here. This is the dark stealth smoke, so you can see that it is matte. This is just a huge bulk roll. You can see how thick it still is. I can keep unrolling this. On the back is a grid for cutting. I'll show you guys how you need to cut this if this is something that you're gonna be doing. And there's definitely enough of this material to do that, and then extra, so you can practice with as well. So I will get this piece out, laid down, show you guys how to cut it. I'm also going to show you on their website, they show you how to cut it. I've read some reviews on the website, they say they don't give you enough material to do the Type 3 for the whole tail light and you have to stretch it a little bit. No, that's, I think what you're trying to do for those people, you're stretching this whole material and trying to put it on. If you follow their instructions, I'll show it to you guys, you can cut this perfectly to fit everything and have extra. So let me get everything set up, rolled out, and we will get into cutting this, showing you guys how to clean it up and put it on. All right, as you guys can see, I have the dark stealth smoke laid out on the trunk here, and I said I wanted to show you on their website. So this is for their Type 3 overlay. There's a price, you can pick all your options. Very informative website. They even have their own install videos. And then right here, that is the chart that I was telling you guys about, and that's how you have to cut it. So everything in that white area over on this side is all the excess material. So you're gonna have way more than enough excess material to do this project. Like I said, I saw some of that in the comments. If you cut it like that, do you think you're not gonna have enough? No, you're definitely gonna have enough. Cutting it, it's a big piece. I'm gonna have to have a little bit of help. You guys really don't need to see me cutting the material. I'm literally gonna follow that to a T. But the green is fender 2, the blue is fender 1, so that's just 1 fender, 2 fender, and then the yellow is the trunk. And like I said, the white's all what you don't use. So I'm gonna cut it exactly to this, get all the pieces cut, and then we will come back in and we will start on the install. Okay, so I've got the pieces cut. I want to show you guys this. These are for just the fender. These are 5 by 10. So if you're doing this, that's how you need to cut it. And look at this. Look how much extra you have here. So you have way more than enough, like I was saying, with those 2 pieces. This long piece here, you can see it goes all the way across the car. It drapes down right there. This one, we can flip this over a little bit. This is 5 by 30 in length. So that is going to do the trunk here, which is way more than enough, and all this up here on the windshield. So in comparison, here is a fender one. Look at this. This is all extra up here. So you definitely have way more than enough material to do this. So that, on Lux's part, is awesome. That's a great company throwing in extra material on every order just to make sure you have enough to do the job and you feel comfortable doing it. So you can definitely practice with that. You can cut pieces out. I've laid down quite a bit of this film. It is extremely easy to work with, so I really don't need to, but we will get into putting this film on. I'll show you how to do one of the sides. I'm gonna do the other side off of film. My wife doesn't want to be on camera. I don't blame her, so I'm not gonna put her on YouTube, but she definitely wants to help out with the process. So we're gonna do another fender together also. So maybe we'll do the fender off of camera together, then I will do a fender on camera with you guys and show you both of them. And then I will definitely do the trunk with you guys, and we will go from here and get this done. And I can't wait to show you guys the end product, and I can't wait to see the end product. So I know I've been saying it, but we are going to get in the install now. Okay, so here we are on the driver's side. We're going to take our supplied microfiber, open this up. Like I said, the Lux sticker, a nice pliable green squeegee, microfiber towel, and the prep spray. So what we're going to do with the prep spray, we're going to spray it on and just clean the surface off. As you can see, I've put some painter's tape around the light. That is not necessary. That just helps tucking the film in between the panel and the light. The film is it clings very well to the paint. So this will just kind of free it up around this area, but it'll still be able to cling to the paint wherever I need it. So we'll go ahead and clean this light up. Just spray that on. Like I said, it's just an alcohol and water. Just get that surface nice and clean. One thing I like to do is take your squeegee, put it in the microfiber towel, wrap it around, spray the microfiber towel, and then go around the edge of the light to clean out any of the dirt that might be stuck in behind the light. And as you can see, there was some dirt, so I'll just kind of roll it a little bit. And I just keep doing that until that is clean. Once it's clean, then you'll be ready to stick your film down, as you can see again. So it's just the dirt and road debris, anything that you're driving in from the rain, just kind of gets in there and gets dirty. So that is clean since we pulled that one out. You don't have to. I fold the rag so the dirt's to the inside, and I hit the outside one more time. I'm just kind of anal about stuff like that, just wanting to make sure the surface is clean as possible, because anything you do, prep is the key to having a great outcome in what it is you're doing. So now that we've got that cleaned up, we're going to take our piece that we've cut. Like I said, it's 5 by 10. Just peel this backing off. We're going to start in this recessed part of the light first. We're going to get all this laid down, and then we will work to the outsides. Some of this video I may speed up so it's not super long, or I might not. I don't really know, but we will see. So just pull the backing off of the film. Hold it up here so you know you're getting full coverage on both sides. And then basically I am just going to go, see, it's trying to stick to the outside there, which it's going to do. But I'm just going to go right in the center, kind of tack that down with my finger, work it right up to the top of that crease. Once I get this laid down in here, I will show you what crease I'm talking about. It's easier to see with the film on. And then basically just work all of that down. You don't want a lot of tension, so if it's kind of sticking to the top of the light, just free it up and then work that inside down. So I've now got this whole inside part laid down. I'm going to go back over it with some heavier pressure and just smooth this in here out. You can go over this with a squeegee if you'd like. I just like doing it by hand like this. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see this area that I'm talking about. So as you can see, this line here goes all the way up and around. This whole part in here is recessed in. So that is what we wanted to get laid down first. And now I'll just work the bottom and the top and then the sides, and I'll work those around. And now we have that whole edge tackled. So what I'm going to do now is I have the film kind of stuck here. I'm just going to kind of free it up. I'm going to use the squeegee, kind of tuck it in around the edges just a little bit. And then you're going to want to have a blow dryer or anything like that to do any kind of a post heat. Around this edge here, I'm not going to be doing any tucking. That's going to take a little bit different approach. Nothing hard though, but I will show you that. So I'll bring you guys in closer now. As you can see, we have the edge all tucked in really nice all the way around the sides, along the bottom, and this dark steel smoke is looking really good. So I'm just going to apply some post heat. You want to heat it up to about 200 degrees. This film was made when it was flat. We have now put some shape in it, and we want it to take the memory of this. So I'm just going to post heat it, let it cool, and then I'm going to trim the edges down. Alright, now that we've post heated, we're going to go ahead and let that cool. Once it cools, we'll trim this up. Okay, now that this film has cooled down, we're going to take the supplied knife, and I'm going to pop out just about that much of the razor, and I'm going to trim this. I'm not going to go straight to this edge right now. I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to trim all the way around. So I'm going to start and stop right in here, not going all the way to the edge, and I'll show you what we need to do with that. So I've got it trimmed to the corner. I'm going to take the supplied squeegee and just press in where I've already trimmed. I've got that all pressed in, and I'll continue trimming around the corners. Now for these edges, like I was talking about, I'm going to free this film up off of the trunk light here. I'm going to trim all the way to the edge. And then I'm just going to kind of angle it out. As you can see, just kind of an angled out. And do the same thing on the top. And what we're doing there is allowing and giving us enough film to open the trunk and lay that piece in. So now you can peel off the excess film. You kind of want to take your time a little bit with this. Make sure you got it all cut, because if you don't and you're just rip this off and there's a piece that's not cut, it's going to peel up what you've already laid down, and that will cause problems also. We've got that off of there, so that is all nice. We'll go ahead and peel this tape off. And as you can see, this is looking really nice. So the next step that I'm going to do is get this film all freed up off the trunk. Like that. Just kind of let it fold over. We're going to pop the trunk. And then we're going to take this film and we're just going to kind of work it around the edges and get it all folded into this trunk area here, and then we will trim it. Now we've got that all folded in, I'm just going to come in and trim it. I'm going to use the little squeegee, tuck it in around this edge in here where I've trimmed it. I will bring you guys in and show you. So I just wrapped the film right around the edge here and laid it all down along there and then just trimmed kind of like on this back side right here. So that way it's all wrapped. But as you can see, this film has laid down extremely nice. And that is the Dark Stealth Smoke. And then you can go ahead and add post heat to it at this point also. Or if you feel fine, it's alright. But personally, I would run a little bit on this edge that you just trimmed and wrapped around. But that is going to make it last and really get that adhesive edge stuck in there really good. Alright, so here is that side that we just done. And as you can see, it turned out really nice. There is a nice comparison of before and after of what we've covered up. Still need to do the trunk. My wife did come out. I gave her a few pointers of what I know, and she laid this one down all by herself. So you can see that this one looks really, really good. That is nothing on it there. That is just a dog hair. But she did an absolutely fantastic job laying that one down. She laid it down, she even trimmed it and everything. So like I said, there is a really nice before and after. We're going to go ahead and do the trunk. You watch me lay the driver's side down. It's going to be the same way. The only thing we have is we have the trunk release button right there. So we're going to get this film laid down. I showed you guys how to lay down the film. We're going to lay this one down off of camera, but I will definitely come back and show you trimming like around the trunk release and trimming it all down just so we can see how it looks. Before we do that, you can see there was the brake lights. Still extremely bright. And then there is the Racetrack Lighting. Yes, it is a little bit darker, but that is like a soft glow that comes out of that. Still shows up really well. Personally, I think it kind of defines the light a little bit better and makes it look really cool, but that is a before and after through it. Racetrack lamp with the brake lights. Brake lights are still extremely bright. Okay, so here we are. We have the piece on the trunk. You can see I've got it laid down. I've post heated it. There's the trunk release button. It's not cut out yet. This piece can be a bit challenging because it is a bigger piece. It's not super hard, just like before. Right in those two lines, you want to make sure you get this whole indented area laid down first, and then work the top and the bottom last. But if you do that, you'll be fine doing that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to come to these edges, basically like I did on the panel lights. I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to kind of round it out so I have this piece to stretch in. But I'm going to cut everything top and bottom off. I'll show you cutting one of these sides, and I will show you cutting the trunk release button. Alright, so I've got these edges folded in, and I've heated them. We're going to this reverse button. You could leave it, but I am going to actually cut it out. So basically, you just want to cut on the light side. This film does cut very easily. You just want to be careful. There we go. I got a little corner of it there. So just peel the little piece off. I would probably take a squeegee just to make sure that your edges look nice and are tucked in. And then I would also take a heat gun or a blow dryer, whatever you're using for heat. And I would heat that also. I'll bring you guys in closer so you can see that. So there it is, cut out. So let me back up here and show you guys the full tail light. It is wrapped in dark stealth smoke. I think it ties in really nice with the spoiler. It's debadged. Let me know what you guys think of that. We'll do little lights. The racetrack lamp still lights up very good. That'd be your brake lights, turn signals. Those are still extremely bright. So it has turned out really, really well. Next step is going to be doing the type 2 of the brush metal inlay. So I will get a fender. I'm going to take that scrap piece, mess around with it on a fender, just see how it is. If it turns out good, I'm going to leave it, and then I'll show you guys the rest of it. The center section is going to take the most detail, so I will definitely have to show you guys that one. Okay, so here is the brushed metal and light smoke. Like I've said before, absolutely love their labeling. Their labeling is really, really nice. And even down here it says that's number 1. Passenger side one's number 2. So I went ahead and sprayed this down with the prep spray because I just wanted that surface to be clean. So now we're going to go ahead and stick this in there. So the writing will be right side up. That's how it goes. Basically just like the rest of the films. Just peel it off. Like I said, this is in light smoke because this is dark smoke. So we're kind of getting them on there. This is going to look a lot darker once we get it on. So you basically just want to kind of hold it up there, see if that's centered where you want it. This side's lower for me, so I'm just going to peel it back off. Try to get it a little bit higher. So for me right there, I think that looks perfect for where I want it to be placed. And then just working from the center out, go ahead and just stick it down. You get a little bit of extra, so you're going to have to pop the trunk open to fold that around. So we'll go ahead and do that now. And as you saw the light there, I will show you the light some more because we have a dark smoke and a light smoke doubled up. The light output is still looking very good. So just get that folded around the corner. And there it is. So now that I've put that on there, it's kind of hard to see it in this light. But if you get in the light just right, you can definitely see that that is the brushed metal with the stealth smoke. Like I said, it darkened up compared to when it was on the backing paper. It looks really cool. It doesn't, there you go, you can really see it there. It pops out really good at the right angles, but you can just kind of get back and you don't see it, and I really like that. Let's see how the lights are. So the light is still extremely bright. That would be your turn signal, brake light. So the light output is still really, really good. So now on to the center section. Like I said, I did mess around, and we did put it on this passenger side fender. My wife actually put this one on. Like I said, this stuff's very easy to work with. She didn't have any troubles at all with it. So it gives it a really cool two-tone look. So here is the center section, as you can see there, labeled number 3. So they do it in a 1, 2, 3 step. It's kind of hard to see, but right in here, let me see if I can get it for you guys. You can see there is a cutout for the trunk release button. I need to get that peeled out of there. I also am going to peel all this off, so let me get this ready and I'll show you guys what it needs to look like. I can't do it holding the camera and getting this ready, but I will get it all peeled off and I'll show you. So here it is. I got the trunk release button peeled out, and you want to peel off all of the border on this, so you have just this piece. You are going to peel the backing paper. You're going to peel it a little past the trunk release, leave the rest of the backing paper on it over on the other side, and then just start with the one side, slowly peeling the backing paper. Having 2 people might be good. The reason why you don't want to peel it all off is because the center section is narrow. If you peel it all off and you're pulling really hard on, you know, the one side you're not working on, you're going to introduce stretch into this. So this center section is actually going to shrink down, and it's not going to be the same width all the way across. So that's why you want to do it that way. But I'll show you guys doing it that way, and we'll get that piece stuck on. So here's the backing paper. There's the piece that I've peeled off. Like I said, it's right by the trunk release, as you can see. So I'm going to use the trunk release button as means of being able to line this up. You want to be able to fold this backing paper, put a sharp fold in it. That way you can get as close as possible to the car. So I know my hands are probably in the way, but I'm basically just doing an outline around the trunk release. And I'm going to start with getting it stuck right there, up to this backing paper, and then I'm going to work over to this passenger side. Let me see if I can get myself out of the way a little bit for you guys. Same thing, working the center of the film, working towards the outside. So we've got that piece stuck there. So now basically we are going to start peeling the backing paper and sticking down the center section. Keeping it straight as possible, not stretching it too much. So I've now got that stuck down. I'm going to take off the rest of the backing paper, keeping this from touching the car. And then basically you can look down the car to see if it is straight and lined up. And then I'm going to start on this side, working down the film. And there it is, all stuck down. So I'm going to go back over all this, making sure I've got all the air pockets out of it, that I have it stuck down really good, and that I'm happy with the way that it looks. And it's turned out really sharp. So we have these sides that we still need to fold in. Just pop the trunk open, and literally all you need to do is just roll them in with your finger. So that is done. You can go over this with some heat. I recommend doing that. Just throw a little post heat on it. It just helps getting that adhesive really tacky. But there is the brushed light smoke on top of the stealth smoke. Alright, I went ahead and pulled the car out. It's out in the sun. So let's check this thing out there. This brushed metal looks absolutely awesome in the sunlight, as you can see. It looks really, really good. It just adds just something a little bit extra. If you're standing back a ways from it, you don't really notice it, you can't tell it. But look at this whole tail light with the Charger badge and that black spoiler. It has tied the back of this car in so well. You can even see it there. So let's go ahead and do a light test. We'll check out what the reverse lights look like with it sitting outside, what the brake lights look like, and we'll just check out and see what all of the lights look like with the light output, with it being daytime out. Alright, so here it is outside with the brake lights on. You can definitely see the brake lights extremely well. They're not hard to see. The light output is absolutely awesome. You can see that's the third brake light, so really you get back a ways from it, and that's in the middle of the daytime, so it hasn't hurt the light output at all. So let's check out the reverse lights. There's the reverse lights with the brake lights, and those are also still very bright, very noticeable. So the light output with it, with being the dark smoke and then the light smoke on top of it, has not hurt a thing. Alright guys, well, I'm really curious and interested what you guys think of it. I think personally it's turned out really cool. It looks really awesome. It's nice that brushed metal. For me personally, I think it's cool because it is like a matte, what the stealth smoke is. So unless the sun's hitting it, that's when it really pops out. But if it's in the shade, then you don't really see it, doesn't stand out. But they have carbon fiber, another one that's called Star Power. It's like glittery, it's really cool. They got matte smoke like that stealth. They have gloss smoke, so you could mix and match really anything that you wanted and really make it customized to your likings and do a two-tone theme on your Charger as well. Like I said, I can't say it enough. I think it looks really good. It looks really awesome. But I'm really curious to see what you guys think of it. This video probably is a bit longer. I don't know right now because I've not edited it. But we did do the Type 3 and Type 2, did it all in one video. So hopefully it's helpful if you guys are going to be doing that yourself and informative for you guys. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys love the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the subscribers. If you guys subscribe, it's really awesome, helps me out, keeps me going, keeps me motivated. I really appreciate it. Like I said, hopefully this video was helpful. If this is going to be something you're going to do. If it's not something you're going to do, hopefully it was fun to watch and kind of interesting. So I look forward to talking with you guys. So I'll catch you guys all in the next one. And until then, take care.